Martial arts school owners, are you treating your school, your martial arts school, as a business, or are you treating it like a hobby? So again, there's a huge difference there, okay? Not so much in the quality of lessons that you teach, 'cause I'm sure those are fantastic, but more in the mindset and your approach to your martial arts school. So I'm just going to talk about that for a few minutes now, but if you haven't already done so, invest in a copy of my book there. There's 330 pages or so on highly valuable information specific to you. Okay, specific to you. If you're a martial arts school owner, you need this on your bookshelf. Obviously, you need to have read it first, but that's not generic information. That's specific to a martial arts school owner. The strategies, the tools, the tips in that, the resources you will be able to apply to your martial arts school, regardless if it's if it's taekwondo, BJJ, traditional karate, sport karate, judo, whatever it is, you will be able to apply many of those tips and strategies that I mentioned in that book to your school. And if you stick with them, your cash flow will increase, your profits will increase, your student retention will increase, your active count will increase, but also, which is what you're more bothered about, is the quality of your students will also increase, definitely. So let's get into today's video then. Like I said, are you treating your martial arts school like a business or is it like a hobby? Now, I may have mentioned this before in other videos, but there's a famous saying, if you treat it like a hobby, it will cost you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it will pay you like a business. So again, it's your mindset. If you've still got a full-time job at the moment and you're running lessons 1, 2, 3 times a week, obviously I did that back in 2004 till about 2010. I know exactly what it's like. However, if you're looking to professionalize your martial arts school, you need to make sure that you've got this correct mindset and doing things that a proper business owner would do. So if you just turn up once or twice a week, 5, 10 minutes before your lesson starts, bow on the mats or the area, whatever it is, do your lesson, 45 minutes, an hour and a half, two lessons, a couple of hours, whatever, then go and don't think about it. Then don't do anything to progress your business for the next few days. Then again, you're likely to do the same thing on the next time you teach, and that cycle will just repeat itself. I know it's a hard truth for some of us to follow, but if you build it, they will come could not be further from the truth, especially in building a business. Okay, so if you build it, they will come is absolute nonsense. It should be if you build it and then market it, continue to market it even more, and then do a bit more marketing, then hopefully will come. And then let's keep marketing so that people still come through our doors. So yeah, so little things that I would do if I was looking to professionalize and just make sure my business is looking better. Now, I'm not talking about things, letterheads, compliment slips, your logo on absolutely everything. I'm talking more about the things that actually matter at first, that are going to help you generate more students. So if you're a serious martial arts school, the first thing you should do is invest in a copy of my book. The second thing should be subscribe to this channel and like this video so know that you're getting value from it. The third thing should be to not sit on the fence like I did for the first 7, 8 years, trying to get information from this source, from that source, reading generic business books, reading generic marketing books, and, trying to force it into a martial arts school. Of course, some of it works, definitely, but there was a lot of trial and error and a lot of error, really. It was only until I invested in myself through a professional martial arts mentorship, which was fantastic, definitely. They hugely helped me scale up my business. And now, again, I've got that knowledge up there, which about 70, 80% of it is in that book. It's for you there, okay? It's for you to professionalize and obviously build the martial arts school that you want. So things that I'll be looking to do at first is I would definitely be looking to market my martial arts school. That is, you should be getting up every day. How can I get more students? That's it. Not how can I, if you're a kata person, how can I improve this kata or that kata? Or, how could I, surely if my lessons were a little bit louder, a little bit more fun, then I'd keep all the students more. Those are all only small little cogs that, yes, of course, will help. But the bigger cogs at first, the main things, the high value tasks that you need to be concentrating on is continually marketing your services, continually marketing your product, continually marketing your program, letting people know what you do. So, for instance, now my name's Dervish. I'm a property investor and developer. I'm also a mentor to property investors and I'm also a mentor to martial arts school owners. Why those two things? Because I've been studying martial arts since 1997 continuously, and I've built up a very successful school which I opened in January 2004. Some people watching this video might not have even been born then. Some people might not have even started training then. Some people might be older than me. Um, but I know a lot about how to build profitable martial arts schools, efficient martial arts schools, where you're not so much just growing the top line, but yet the bottom line's increasing with it. You're growing the top line, but trying to keep the bottom line level so that this bit in the middle becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. Because that's the whole purpose of running a business. So yeah, marketing is a massive thing. Okay, don't overanalyze it. Don't try to get all your ducks in a row. Don't be waiting for all the traffic lights to turn green. Just think to yourself, right, what can I do? Depending on your budget, depending on your experience, I need to get leaflets out. And when we're going to get the leaflets out, I'm going to go straight into primary schools, try and contact primary schools, ask them if they drop off if they'd be kind enough to accept our leaflets. What else am I going to do while I'm there? I'm also going to see if they'd be interested in a free morning or a free afternoon where delivering my program. What else can I do? I'm then going to contact Girl Guides, Boy Scouts, and preschool groups and so on. Again, see if I can deliver sessions there. If you've got the budget, I'm now going to make sure that I'm doing Facebook ads, SEO, Google ads maybe, and so on like that. Again, some of these are going to work better than others, but some action is going to get some results. No action is going to get no results, okay? I'm just thinking about doing marketing means you're doing no marketing. You need to make sure if you're serious and you're wanting to increase your student numbers that you're marketing your school. Number two, other things, to make sure it's more professional, turning up on time, clearly basic stuff, making sure the lessons are punctual, you're starting on time, finishing on time, appreciating other people's time and their commitments and so on, making sure your lessons are the right pace for your students that you're having there, making sure every lesson you're pushing them further along, they're learning a little bit more or they've refined a technique a little bit more. Of course, they've got to be having fun. But again, goal setting's a massive one as well. Now, I don't want to go too in depth with it, but marketing definitely tracking your stats so you know roughly whereabouts you are with it. If you've got a team, are you holding weekly team meetings with them? It might be you and another instructor, or even you and maybe a couple of junior brown or black belts. I'm not saying you need to sit down and make it all formalized with an agenda if you've only got, that's your situation, but at least try to pass on your knowledge so that it improves. And you're willing to pass on your technical knowledge, but you also need to pass on the knowledge that's going to help them become better instructors, which in turn will help you generate more students and keep hold of more students. So team training as well. So again, if you're a one-person band at the moment, again, I've been there definitely 2004 till 2009-ish, 10-ish, when I used to then let a couple of instructors teach lessons once, maybe twice a month or so on, still micromanaged, which was bad. Team training needs to be there. There needs to be that continuity, that standardization across everybody. Now, I'm not saying if they're a brown belt, first cure, or first dan, and you're a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh dan, that the standard is going to be the same. No, but the lesson format needs to be the same. The tone needs to be the same. The structure of the lessons needs to be the same. It needs to start this particular way. This bit needs to be in the middle. Then we always need to end this way, and so on. Those type of things. It can't be a chalk and cheese type of experience. So what else would I be doing? I'd be looking to make sure all the billing is paid directly through into the bank on the same day every month. Just good business practice. You don't want any of this, well, I get paid on the 15th, can I pay on the 15th? Well, I get paid on the 22nd, can I pay on the 22nd? You don't want any of that nonsense. You want to make sure that all our tuition was always collected on the first of the month, and then the only tuition that was collected throughout the rest of the month then were when new members enrolled and they needed to pay, an initial tuition amount. But then it was first of the month every month. That's massively going to help you with your cash flow. You don't want to be going week to week thinking and your cash flows like this. Ideally, what you want is bang, a big amount on the first, second of the month, and then all your expenses are paid 2 weeks later on the 15th of the month. So you've got that lag time, and then you know how much you're left with. You don't want to be paying bills or having expenses going out on the first of the month, then the 5th, then the 10th, then the 11th, then the 12th, then the 5th. You want to make it as streamlined as possible. This is everything that comes in on this day. This is everything that goes out on this day. Of course, there might be one or two other payments, dropped in or out there things that you maybe can't move, but as long as 90% of the payments come in on the 1st, 90% of the expenditures go out on the 15th, you're in a little bit of a better position there, definitely. Other things I do, and I'm just trying to tell you things that I tell my mentees, really, and again, that I've covered in the book. When you've enrolled a student, you need to appreciate that, yes, you might have signed a contract, or yes, they've agreed to enroll, brilliant, but then you need to, service that each and every week, each and every month. They need to be getting value for money for what they're paying you. Hopefully, you're one of the most expensive around, and rightly so. So within that, people, you get what you pay for. I tell that to my mentees a lot. You get what you pay for. You buy cheap, you buy twice. So if you're at a certain price point, then again, you want to make sure that you're, I suppose, under promise and over deliver. Let your students know that, these are the things that they're going to get, but you also offer them extra things. You're going to offer them, or you've got systems in place that you're going to offer them, but they think it's, oh, that's a nice little bonus, and we also get this, we also get that. Fantastic. So yeah, listen, I could talk a lot about this website. I do need it to be changed. That's dervish.com. I know it says Dervish Mentoring, but that's an old sign. And how can I say this now? I'm very selective with the people that I choose to work with. So my time now is spent mentoring property investors and serious martial arts school owners, as well as developing my property portfolio, our property portfolio. So yeah, if you're serious, listen, get in touch. Don't do what I did from 2004 to 2007 or 8, thinking that I'll try a little bit of this, I'll try a little bit of that, and then I think I got a generic business mentor in about 2010, I think that was, who helped me, definitely, but they're all generic practices which took me up to a certain level. It was only when I enrolled in a martial arts specific mentorship did that happen. So again, if you're serious, invest in a copy of that. Not for the £3, £4 that I'll get from Amazon, definitely not. It's for you, to improve your game, to improve your business, to help you build your life for your family and so on. So yeah, invest in a copy of that, How to Build a Highly Profitable Martial Arts School. Like this video, subscribe, and get in touch. Okay, it's as simple as that. I will be able to help you, but we've got to make sure that obviously we're a good fit for each other. Anyway, take care, everybody. All the best, and good luck.